The tax code is written for the rich. That's today's episode. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, welcome into the Investing in Real Estate show. I am Clayton Morris. I'm a longtime real estate investor, and this is the show where we teach you how to build passive income, create financial freedom for you and your family so that you can create more space in your life to do the things that you want to do. And the vehicle that we use to get there, the things that we talk about here at Morris Invest all the time, we use buy and hold real estate. That's what we use in order to achieve financial freedom. Today on the show, I wanted to talk about some of this new tax code and the way in which it's benefiting the rich. You know, there's an idea out there that gets floated around every few years when this discussion around taxes comes up that, oh, the rich you're just going to write laws that are just going to benefit the rich. That's how that's what Congress is going to do. The middleman is going to get squeezed. The middle class is going to get squeezed. The lower income folks are going to get hurt. And that's what's going to happen. And it's the same record repeating itself over and over and over again. Well, I got news for you. And this is going to be hard to hear. But the system is rigged. The system is rigged in favor of the rich. Bottom line. It's sad but true. So think about it like a tennis court, okay? You have the opportunity to go to a group of 3 different tennis courts. And you have the opportunity to play on the poor tennis court, the middle class tennis court, or the rich person tennis court. Now, when you set foot on these courts, there are going to be a couple of different things in play for you. Now, if you go to play on the poor tennis court, there might not even be a net. The cement might be broken underneath your feet, so you might end up breaking an ankle. You go to play on the middle class tennis court, guess what? There may be part of a net there. I don't know, a little bit of a safety net for you to play. The ground might not be as cracked. There might not even be any water, any water fountains for you to drink out of. You go to the third tennis court, and that's the tennis court that was built for the rich people, okay? Now, take this with a grain of salt. I want you to get all angry and frustrated as I'm talking to you about this, but just think of this analogy. So this rich person tennis court is gleaming, right? It's well manicured. The net looks perfect. The concrete beneath your feet on this court is perfect. There's water fountains in case you get dehydrated throughout your day. There's towels. There's a person there to check your racket to make sure that it works properly. You need to go over and get a few extra tennis balls, no problem. It's all right there, right? There's a system in place to make sure that you get to go and play tennis well and have an enjoyable day with your friends. Now, if you play on those other 2 courts, the poor person court or the middle class court, you might end up with a broken ankle. You may have a miserable experience. And guess what? You might not even be playing your best game of tennis because you have so many obstacles in your way. You have a broken net, you have broken concrete, you don't even have water, you might not even have the appropriate tennis balls. So what I'm asking you to think about when you want to sit and whine about the current way that the system is rigged, the question I will ask you is, what court do you want to play on? Now, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't write the tax code, right? The tax code is written by Congress and approved by the President of the United States, who is a rich person, surrounded by rich people. The tax code, even in the 1986 Tax Act under Reagan, was written to benefit rich people. Now, what exactly does that mean? We'll dive into that in a second, but I want you to think just high level for a second. If you know that the tax code is written to benefit the rich, it's rigged in favor of the rich, which court do you want to go and play on? I know what court I'd want to go play on. I'd want to go play on the best court, the one that's rigged to make me successful. If all of the laws are benefiting rich people, then I'm going to play on the court that they created, because it's a futile effort to try to play on a court that isn't rigged to benefit you. Do you follow me? Why would I want to go play on a poor person's court or a middle class person's court if there are huge hurdles in my way in order for me to achieve and play my best game? Again, I didn't make the rules. These are the rules. You get to choose where you play. So what does it mean to be a rich person? What does it mean? Remember, the rich get rich because of taxes. Taxes frighten middle class and poor people. Rich people love taxes. You know why? Because the rich make money from taxes. Taxes make people rich if you understand how they work, if you understand the court that you're playing on. We have made a lot of money in my family, and a lot of my friends who are in real estate and who invest in real estate have made a lot of money because the tax code, the tennis court, so to speak, is built to benefit them more than anybody else. If you own a business, you invest in performing assets, the tax code is written to benefit you. You know, people think they have this perception of taxes as all evil. And I've come back to this point time and time again. It's a point that Tom Wheelwright likes to make, which is the tax code only has like 8 to 11 pages or so of things where you have to pay the government. The rest of the tax code is a book of incentives. It's a book of incentives enabling you to build true wealth, enabling you to take advantage of all of the benefits that the government is putting before you as a business owner. So that the reason the middle class don't get rich from taxes is because they don't own a business. They work for somebody else. Poor people, under the new tax law, likely aren't paying anything in taxes to begin with. $30,000 or less or $40,000 or less, they're not paying any taxes. But the way in which they get hurt is that when the government decides to pull healthcare subsidies away from them, now they need to come out of their own pocket in order to pay for healthcare and go in that direction. So now they're keeping even less of the money that they got from their paycheck employee job. But the rich people are those people that own a business and invest in performing assets like real estate and like what we teach you to do here at Morris Invest is invest in real estate. When you invest in real estate, you create a tax shelter. And the tax code is written to benefit you. Remember, you're not just buying real estate. I don't care about real estate. I don't care about 4 walls and a roof. When you invest in real estate, you're creating a tax shelter for yourself. You're creating a way for you to mitigate your other income because of the expenses, repairs, and depreciation that you can claim on that real estate. That's why real estate investors don't pay any taxes. They don't pay any taxes because the real estate offsets that amount that you would end up paying in taxes because of your income. When you buy, a $4 million apartment complex, but you're using a fraction of your money, guess what? You get the full benefit of that $4 million on your taxes. You're not only that, you're adding to your net worth. Now you're creating a $4 million tax shelter. That's the beauty of real estate, and that's the beauty of real estate being owned in a business. So again, I come back to you this idea that when the tax law is written only for the rich people. It is rigged in favor of the rich. We saw all of the back and forth during the debate about this latest tax legislation. And you can just Google a number of different articles, just hundreds of them, and how this is going to disproportionately hurt the middle class and the lower middle class and lower income folks. Yes, and it's sad that that's the way that it is. But guess what? That's the way it's always been. This is not a surprise to anyone. What did we assume? We saw this major shift in corporate tax rates dropping down to 21%. That's an enormous shift. If you are a business owner, that's an enormous savings for you as a business owner. That's a huge incentive for companies to move back to the United States and set up shop again. If you're a middle class person and you work for an employer, you're going to be hurt even more in this situation. You're not going to get to keep any more of your own money. The tax law is not written for you, and it never was. So just stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop waiting for the government to change these laws for you. It's not going to happen. I grew up lower middle class. I saw my parents, who didn't make enough to be comfortable and made just a little, under enough to be comfortable. And so they weren't given any handouts. We didn't get free grants and loans and things like that for college. So they were in that middle spot. They got hurt by it. I'm sure so many of you are in that same position. Well, guess what? There's another tennis court over there. And it's got nice netting, it's got nice concrete, it's got nice tennis balls, it's got a water fountain. That's where you should be playing. I want you to think about that. I want you to pick up your racket, I want you to pick up your tennis balls, and I want you to get off the crappy court. I'm sorry, bluntness. Get off the crappy court and go across to the court that was designed to give you your best game possible. The tax code is written for you to be successful and for you to keep more of your own money. As a real estate investor, you should pay nothing in taxes. That's not illegal. That's the way the tax code is written. If you are a business owner investing in performing assets that you can depreciate, that provide cash flow for you every month, the tax code is written for you. Go play on that court. Stop feeling sorry for yourself that the government keeps taking more of your money. The government has given you another court to go play on. Time is now to go start playing on that court. I want you to reframe your negative association with taxes. Taxes make people wealthy. The rich get wealthier because of the tax law. Understand that. Stop yelling about taxes and stop feeling sorry for yourself. That's today's episode. I hope you found this powerful. If you are ready to jump into rental real estate and pick up your first property, that's what we do. That's what we do at Morris Invest all day long. We do it all for you. So you just go to our website, morrisinvest.com, you book a call with our team. We'll jump on the phone for 30 minutes with you, figure out what your goals are, how many properties you would like to acquire. Most of our properties in the $50,000, $60,000 range roughly, and fully done for you. So we renovate it, place a tenant in the property, and then you cash flow. No matter where you are across the country, it doesn't matter. We have clients all over the world. That's what we do. In the meantime, or you're going to do it on yourself, by yourself, great. I don't care. We have a lot of viewers who've just, taken the weekends off and gone and found a property and hanging drywall themselves and putting on a roof themselves. I don't care. I want you to take action in your own life. Go out there, create financial freedom. Real estate is the #1 way to do it. We'll see you back here next time, everyone. Thank you for subscribing to the Investing in Real Estate show. We'll see you back here with our next episode.